The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. This is Indiana high school basketball here on 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, and Ubalor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota. It's time to settle in, as tip-off is moments away.
All right, so again, and they're taking on the Wildcats, who actually have won 5 of their last 6. They did get knocked off by Princeton Friday night, but came back with a big win over Evansville Central. And, of course, that game with the significance of John Gable hitting career win at Jasper, 248 to surpass Cabby O'Neill, but he'll look for 249 tonight as we are underway here at Reitz. So Panthers with the basketball. They won the tip there. They start Tim Swope as number 2 with the basketball right now. And there's a quick steal by the Wildcats. Logan Day comes up with it and gets the first 2 points of this basketball game. So Cats come up with the steal there. Other starters for Reitz are DeAndre Jennings is 0. Preston Tolliver, number 5. Grayson Deese, who's a freshman and a second leading scorer on this team, is number 12. And Crew Bagley is 23. So Cats in the man-to-man defense out there with Foy, Day, Butel, Klaus, and Mainers being the primary starters as usual for this Wildcat team as the Cats come up with the rebound and going the other way as Butel has it on the right side. Feed into Klaus there. Gets to the lane but then kicks back out. 1 minute into it here. And the Wildcats 2-1 in the conference so far in the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference. Of course, that win over Central was their second conference win. They also knocked off Memorial as Mainer's not able to get that to go down. So Reitz up the court just like that and shot up and in. So Preston Tolliver gets the first 2 for the Panthers there.
Yeah, and just like we talked, in the pregame, they're athletic. They're going to want to get up and down the court, so Jasper's got to do a better job of getting back on defense.
Yeah, and that's one thing with Reitz in their 5 losses this year. They're only averaging about 45 points a game, so as Mainers with a nice turnaround jumper there. But, yeah, it's just one of those situations that if we can hold them under 50 points, we got a good chance of winning this ball game tonight.
Oh, there's no doubt.
But there's a big three-pointer. It drops right there for Swope, number 2, so a three-pointer makes it 5-4. Reitz with the early lead. Feed into Mainers. Now this time he's going to take it to the hole and gets his second bucket of the night.
Jalen's doing a good job of getting himself involved in the offense early tonight, and that's what we're going to have to continue.
There's a three-pointer. It's dropped right there by Preston Tolliver. He is the leading scorer of this team, averaging 17 points a ball game, and that's our first whistle of the night right there. So Reitz has hit a pair of three-pointers. Lead early on 8-6 here as that foul was whistled against Tim Swope, his first personal foul. Trying to set a screen. Now it's dropped down into Klaus and he gives it over to Mainers. Mainers wasn't quite expecting it, but Klaus does get the follow and puts it up and in.
Yeah, that's a tough pass. Klaus passed to Mainers and he was about 2 foot away from him.
I think he realized the defender was right on his back, but Mainers was in position for a rebound, and actually a good rebound right there. It's Foy who came down with that one. Now he feeds down low, kick into the corner is to Butel. Three-pointer on the way, and he hits one. So 4 of the 5 starters for Wildcats have scored so far, and Cats now with an 11-8 lead.
Yeah, we got to pick it up on defense a little bit. We're normally a very good defensive team, and we've let Reitz have a couple of good looks at the basket so far, and we got to get out on them.
Yeah, the Wildcats do hold their opponents to just 48 points a ball game. Scored 69 the other night against Evansville Central. Held them to just 54, so good offense and defensive output in that ball game. Halfway through the quarter, and that errant pass actually threw right there at Crew Bagley. Now there's Reitz trying to get up the court, but the pass was behind, so here comes Logan Day. And no call. Swope trying to get in a position right there, so Reitz comes quickly to their end of the court. 3:46 on the clock. Jasper with a 3-point lead.
That plays any indication of what the referees are going to call tonight. Doesn't look like they're going to call a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly, at least early on.
Yeah.
You know how that changes throughout a ball game.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a 3-point shot. Does not go this time for Preston Tolliver. Freshman Grayson Deese, number 12. He's our second leading scorer at 12.7 per ball game. Both of them listed at 6'6". Mainers attacks. Good play there.
Yeah, again, you know, he's catching the ball in a good position, and he's not hesitating. He's going straight to the basket. And right now, Reitz doesn't have an answer to stop him.
So utilizing his quickness and ball handling ability right there. So good play. There's a drive. Does not go for Swope, and Cats come down with the rebound. Here comes Butel with 2:43 on the clock. Jasper up 13-8 right now. Kick to the corner. And dropped right there by Logan Day. So Day's got 5 points, and Reitz needs a quick timeout. So the coaching matchups tonight, John Gable against Austin Brooks, who's in his 4th year here at Reitz, and we'll take a break here. 16-8, Jasper leads here on 18 WJTS.
Southern Indiana Propane recognizes the hard work and dedication that our student athletes put forth to prepare to play their best in representation of our schools. The team at Southern Indiana Propane works to be tough on safety and easy on the pocketbook for our customers. When it comes to safety, we are the most stringent in the area because we want to do all we can to help our customers have confidence that their energy choice is a safe and efficient low-carbon option that is reliable and ready when you are. Propane, energy for everyone.
All right, Panthers had an early lead. Wildcats on about a 10-0 run, I believe, right now. Panthers are up 8-6. Cats now up 16-8. 2:32 to go here in the first quarter. Swope hands off to Jennings. Jennings backs up as Foy is on him. Now there's a quick lob, and good job by Mainers with the nice positioning there to knock that away and come up with the steal. Lamont is in for the Wildcats, number 11, and also number 15, Jack Levin. There's a spin move by Day, can't get it to go. Now he gets his own rebound, kick back out. Foy from 3, and he pops it. So now all 5 starters for the Wildcats have scored in this basketball game, and they lead by 11. It's a good first quarter start here, Jason.
Yeah, it is. You know, we picked it up down on the defensive end a little bit better now that, you know, they jumped out to that early lead, but we're doing a lot. Our hands are more active and moving our feet, playing defense, and forcing Reitz into a lot tougher shots than what they had there to start the ball game.
So Crew Bagley attacks the basket there and draws the contact, so that's going to be a personal foul. First one whistled on the Wildcats. That's Logan Day. So just 2 fouls total have been called in this first quarter as we see number 21, Josiah Spanner, come in. And for the Wildcats, Ethan Thornburg for the first time tonight. Of course, Coach Gable really likes to go deep in his bench and utilize a lot of players to get out there so we can really, for the most part, defensively, just continue to put bodies on the opposing team to try to wear them down. But Mainers right now is just on a roll. He's got 4 buckets, all within close range, 8 points for him.
And that's good to see because Jalen a lot of times has a tendency to start slow and then get better as the game progresses.
Right.
But tonight it seems like he started out a lot quicker.
Well, there was a feed right inside to number 21, Spanner, and he is able to put that one up and in. So 21-11 is our score, 10-point lead for the Wildcats.
Reitz has switched to a 1-2-2 zone, probably to try to slow Jasper down a little bit.
Maynard's not able to hit the three from the corner, so Cats get the rebound. Lamont came up with that loose one. So Cats going to hold for one right here with 17 seconds. 10-point lead for Jasper over the Panthers. Down to 4 seconds. Doesn't have to make a move. Right there, Foy's going to launch a three, and he hits his second one. So Riley Foy has got two of them. Logan Day one, and Max Butel has popped one. So the Wildcat guards knocking it down. So they extend to a 24-11 lead after one here on 18 WJTS.
The winter clearance event is on at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on remaining new 2025 models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough and powerful Tacoma pickup and the popular versatile RAV4 SUV. Available now and priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Well, Jason, defense tends to lead to offense. The Wildcats held the Panthers to just 11 points in that quarter, but scored 24 themselves and really hit a number of shots as they knocked down 10 field goals there.
Yeah, the Jasper's obviously shooting the ball really well here to start the game. Hopefully that continues. Reitz is back in that zone defense, and that's what you'll get out of it right there.
Logan Day continues it on. He's got 8 points, 2 3-pointers so far in this game, and Jasper guards are really shooting the lights out tonight. Now with a 16-point lead as Mainers comes up with a nice defensive play. So Cats doing it on both ends of the court. Day's feeling it, and a little bit long on that one. 27-11. Swope attacks the lane. Ooh, they're going to call a foul right there. Looked like Day got his hand on it.
Day or Mainers, one of them's going to Mainers.
Yeah, they're going to call Mainers. Actually, I thought Days was clean. So, all right. So Adarius Holman, number 3, is checked into the ball game. Holman listed at 6'3". So the Panthers in their lineup with 3 players at 6'5" or 6'6" or taller. A couple of 6'3" guys too. So. Not for a lack of length on these guys.
No, but they don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
I mean, they all want to do that right there instead of getting inside and battling in the low post. There's no way Jasper can match up with that with that size, with that kind of size.
Right. Well, Mainers is getting just easy buckets there, and I think it's just Cats right there. That was an outstanding pass to position him for an easy bucket. So Cats 5 points into it in the quarter so far. Reitz is yet to score. Battle there, and that's actually going to be Jasper basketball as that goes off Tolliver. So they're trying to find some sort of combination over there as Panthers' Austin Brooks is working a number of combinations so far. They are down by 18. Jasper with a 29-11 lead right now with 6.5 to go here in the second quarter.
You just got to be, when teams play zone like that, you got to be patient and move the ball. If you pass the ball against the zone, that's how you beat it most of the time, is you can reverse the ball faster than faster than what the defense can adjust to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, again, you want to shoot a team out of a zone right there, and the Cats are doing the job because, again, the 3-pointers are falling, and they have now got a 21-point lead over the Reitz Panthers on their own floor. 32-11.
And we talk about it a lot against these Evansville teams. They're not used to playing against teams that play defense the way we do. Mm-hmm. You can just tell Reitz is all out of sorts. And, I mean, a lot of it has to do with us being up in them.
Right.
Bodying them, checking them, hand checking them, doing the things that make it uncomfortable for them to try to run their offense. And, it's obvious, what's done to them so far.
Yeah. As As we mentioned, if Reitz doesn't score, they don't win. So Cats doing an outstanding job defensively as we're almost 3 minutes into it, and they're yet to score.
They don't cut hard on defense. They settle. I mean, yeah, he hit that, but that's what they settle for. You know, they cut down the lane, but they just jog down the lane. They don't cut looking for the ball, and you know, I mean that's a recipe for disaster if you're not shooting the ball from the outside very well.
Mainers try to back cut. Now he's posting, so you
just
just lob right into him. Okay.
They have a mismatch in there that, you know, and we did a good job of taking advantage of it. Jalen didn't force that time. He found Parker Ernie on the cut, and Parker ended up with an easy shot.
So that bucket gets it back up to 20 for the Wildcats. 34-14 they lead. Holman with the drive, can't get it to go, and coming over the top, and they're going to call it this time. So that's going to go on Preston Tolliver.
And you can tell Reitz is frustrated. You know, they're not shooting the ball well. They're giving up. They're not playing defense. They're giving up a lot of points.
Yeah.
You know, and games like this can snowball in a hurry.
They
you
can.
know, I mean, look at the score already. I mean, we're up 20 with, you know, a quarter and a half played.
Yeah.
A lot of times we would only have 20 points at this time.
Right.
You know, and we got that much of a lead already. So, you know, here's where Jasper's got to make sure we keep their foot on the gas pedal, keep going, keep getting good shots, don't force things, you know, and take care of the basketball. I mean, as of right now, I've only got Jasper for 1 turnover. So, you know, we're doing a good job of taking care of the basketball.
Right. Well, the other thing,
as I say that,
it gets knocked away. All right, so Swope's going to get that basket to go. So he hit a three-pointer. Now he's got a bucket there, and he's got a chance to add another one at the line. So, yeah, that was just one of those situations where you get the ball knocked away, not paying attention to who your defender is behind you, and next thing you know, it leads to buckets the other way.
Yeah, and that, you know, that play right there is a prime example of how Reitz can get back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we continue to do what we've been doing, they're not going to make up 20 points in this game.
Right.
If you don't let them. I mean, you can't give them opportunities.
All right, so Swope's able to hit this free throw. That'll make it 34. And he does, 34-17 now, so he's got all 6 of their points. Still a sizable lead, but you want to, like I said, just kind of keep your foot on the pedal there.
You got to keep your composure and do the things that got you this lead. You don't need to change anything.
There's Day, can't get it up with the left hand. Mainers, though, comes down hard with the rebound, and a nice no-look pass, but then it's blocked right there by Tolliver. So it's a good cut to the basket there by Kendall for the Wildcats. Now Tolliver's got a bucket the other way, so the Cats aren't able to convert offensively the last 2 possessions. And Wright's starting to take advantage. All right, so John Gable's going to call a timeout here, and it's a good point because the Cats are still up by 15, but they were just up by 22. So we'll take a break. 3:28 to go here on 18 WJTS.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425. Located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
All right, so the Cats side out after the timeout there. Wright's picking up on the defensive end here, so Butel's going to be one-on-one against Swope as he picks up his dribble. So now he's got to give it up to Mainers.
Jasper's just got to continue to play good disciplined basketball. Don't get into the atmosphere or the running and gunning that Reitz likes to do. And if you do that, that's what's going to let them back in the game.
Yeah, you're right.
Play your disciplined defense, play your disciplined offense, and good things will happen out of it.
So another turnover for the Wildcats right there. Actually still a scrum on the floor, yeah. So, but this possession arrow will go to Reitz.
But, I like that there. The officials, he didn't blow his whistle right away. I mean, he could. A lot of times you see him, as soon as it's on the floor, whoop, jump ball. There, at least he let him try to fight it out a little bit.
Right.
It ended up in a jump ball, but.
All right, so the Panthers on a run of their own. Took a while for them to score, but since then they've got 8 points on the board. 34-19. Jasper was up 34 or 33. They were up by 22 at one point.
Reitz is doing this too, all with their second leading scorer on the bench.
There's a three-pointer there for Day that doesn't go, but the Cats are able to get the loose one right over to the Mainers. Boy.
No.
Just a little lackadaisical with the pass there. And now Reitz is running the other way. Inside of 2 minutes to go here in the half. Jump stop, shot up, doesn't go. So Cats did a nice job defensively to knock that away. Sets up Foy in the corner, and it's in and out. So those three-pointers that were dropping early for the Cats have not fallen there late in the quarter.
That just goes to show you, these are high school kids. Those aren't, in the first quarter we made it look easy.
Yeah.
And it's not that easy. That's where you have to be careful because you get out to a hot start. You want to continue that, but again, you got to stay disciplined and run your offense.
All right, so Mainers comes up with the steal. And he tries to go for the jam, but kind of was a little awkward in that jump, but the basket still went in.
He got lucky. Oh, jeez.
And actually, nobody touched it on the Wildcats, so that's going to be a turnover on the Reitz Panthers as a couple starters come back in, Crew Bagley and Grayson Deese. So that bucket right there gets the Wildcats back up by 17 now with 1:02 to go. 36-19. Inside a minute. Mainers at the free throw line. Now he's just going to shoot it.
See, that's not a shot in rhythm. He was looking to pass, couldn't find anybody to pass it to, and then just decided to shoot.
Well, a situation like that as Reitz can't get the bucket the other way, and now Cats come down with it. But no, he throws it right back into their hands, and then there's an easy bucket for Deese, the freshman. So he gets his first 2 points of the ball game.
Slow down.
Yeah, and the Cats are
we don't need that.
Not at all. Well, even going back to the Mainers shot right there, it's like, what's the hurry? As far as taking a shot in that situation.
That's not a turnover when Mainers did that, but technically it is. Yeah. Because it's not. You don't need it. You got a big lead. Be patient. Run your stuff.
All right, so we're down to 10 seconds in the half. Cats put on the pressure there and sets up Deese for a three-pointer, and he drops it. So the freshman, 5 quick points as he gets back into the late action of the quarter. And we're looking at a 12-point basketball game. So Reitz, down by 22, have kind of clawed their way back here to make it a ball game, Jason.
Yeah, and it's like, what we talked though. It's self-inflicted. We've allowed them to do that just by the bad things that we're doing on the offensive end. Our defense is still pretty decent, but we're taking ill-advised shots. I had us for 4 turnovers in that quarter. We had 1 in the first. So, a combination of bad shots and turnovers allows teams, no matter how big a lead you have, it allows teams to get back in the game.
Yeah, no question. All right, so we'll take a break here. Jasper up by 12 here at halftime, 36-24 here on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at
DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
All right, welcome back here to Reitz High School as the Wildcats with a 36-24 lead here at halftime as we get set to start the second half. And I believe the Wildcats will have the basketball to start things off. Take a look at scoring here for the Wildcats. 36 points. They were led by Jalen Mainers with 12. 9 points for Riley Foy, all from the three-point line. Logan Day with 8. 3 points from Max Butel. Levi Klaus had a bucket in the first quarter. And off the bench, Parker Ernie with a bucket. And then for the Reitz Panthers, they were led by Tim Swopes, 9. 7 points from Preston Tolliver. 5 quick points from Grayson Dees at the end of that second quarter to kind of trim into the Wildcat lead right now. And Josiah Spanner had a bucket also in the first quarter. So 36-24 is our score as the Wildcats will side out. All 5 starters for the Wildcats are the same. Same thing with the Panthers out there. So you got Jennings, Swope, Tolliver, Dees, and Bagley for the Panthers, and for the Cats, Foy, Day, Butel, Klaus, and Mainers. And just like that, Tim Swope knocks it out of bounds, so the Cats will hang on, but Reitz really stepped up their defense to kind of get back into this, Jason.
Yeah, they did. We got to obviously take care of the basketball a little bit better. With those 4 turnovers there in the second quarter, we got to do a better job here, especially early in this quarter. We got to set the tone again like we did in the first half.
So Mainer's got the lob there, but kind of lost the handle of the basketball and was a little off. And now there's a pass down low, and just like that, Preston Tolliver excites the crowd with a jam.
Yeah, and that's what we can't allow to happen. The crowd's been pretty silent all night. Not that it's a big crowd, but, not only the crowd, but it also will excite the players. And,
right.
They get their blood pumping and the heart going. And we kind of lulled them to sleep there in that first quarter. And that's what we got to – it's kind of like that where you see guys go, shh, just don't wake the bear.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the Wildcats were off to such a quick start in that second quarter, but then the second half, about the last 3 minutes of the quarter, it's just where Reitz kind of just woke up a little bit. So right now it's a 10-point game, 36-26. That's the first whistle. That's going to go on Bagley, his first personal foul. But handoff as Foy gets to the lane. Now the fadeaway J doesn't go, so Panthers come down with it, and they're quickly going the other way, but a nice job here to knock it away by Day. So the Cats with an opportunity here.
As a coach, that would drive you nuts because that pass had no way to get where it was supposed to go.
Yeah, and I think one of the things for Reitz is that Preston Tolliver, he's picked it up offensively, but also on the defensive end, making it tougher for Mainers, who had such an easy first quarter, as Swope drives there and picks up a foul.
Swope's a tough guard for Butel. Size-wise, he's okay, but Swope's extremely quick. Mm-hmm. Max is quick, but right there he just went around him like he wasn't even there.
It's also when you put that quickness along with aggressiveness too. So actually,
we got something. One of the officials. I don't know if he got something in his eye.
Yeah, it looks
like
I
it.
was going to say he wasn't over there checking the monitor.
No.
Always cracks me up when they get to the microphone and kind of explain what they're going to check for, and then they come back with what they saw and all that.
Yeah.
Kind of get used to it now, but when it was first, especially whenever you're live at like a Pacer game or an IU game and they're on the big screen. Too easy, but he can't get it to go, so the follow's there. Now another offensive rebound. It's still battled around, and Reitz comes up with the loose one. And just like that, they call a timeout, so they tried the lob there to Tolliver. It didn't go, but then, man, right now it just looks like Reitz is a hungrier team.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly right. That ball went up in the first half. Jasper secured that rebound easily.
Yeah.
Now Reitz has got 3 guys jumping up there, batting at it, swatting at it. They're hungrier than what we are right now. You know, and that's the problem when you jump out to the lead like we did. We almost you get into that mode of it's too easy.
Yeah.
You know, everything is. Shots are falling, you're playing defense, everything's easy.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that easy of a game.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. I mean, games that early, even though you've got a nice sizable lead when you're up by 20 early on in the ball game, there's plenty of time, and then, it's just a matter of, is our team just not, like you said, hungry, and then all of a sudden finds a little bit of fire there and gets right back into it. A lot of times you see these blowouts happen late in ball games, but you can't get complacent in those situations when you have an early sizable lead like Jasper did. But right now it's just down to 10. So this time the Panthers showing some patience on their offensive
and you
set.
can just see Reitz is moving quicker on offense. They're doing things, with more authority than what they did there in the first quarter.
Well, there's a drive right there. Foy actually showed a little patience as he went to the basket there and came up with a bucket. So Jasper definitely needed that. They're back up by 12. That's a 12-point lead at halftime. Led by 13 after 1. Outscored by Reitz 13-12 in that second quarter. Well, there's a feed, and didn't go this time, but again, he gets his own offensive rebound. But this time draws a foul, so it looks like he's going to step to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Reitz is the difference in the first quarter and the start this quarter is in the first quarter, Reitz had 5 guys outside the three-point line.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're running their offense, and they're looking to get the ball in the paint. And when they do that, they've got guys in there in position to get rebounds on missed shots.
Yeah. All right, so for the Wildcats, Ernie comes into the ball game, number 25. Tolliver missed his first one, pops that one, so he's now in double figures, averages 17, he's got 10. Now Wright starts picking it up as far as the full court pressure and see how Jasper can break it. Ernie picks up his dribble and that gives it up. Now time is really flying and John Gable's forced to call a timeout there. So Jasper was pressured hard and was facing a 10-second call there. So we'll take a break here. 38-27, Jasper with an 11-point lead. 20 seconds on the timeout clock. So we'll take a break here on 18 WJTS.
The winter clearance event is on at Jubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper. Right now, get year-end savings on select new Chevrolet models in stock, but only while supplies last. Shop favorites like the tough, dependable Silverado pickup, the comfortable and versatile Equinox, and the fun, fuel-efficient Trax, all priced to move. Plus, you never pay any dealer fees or document fees at Jubilar's, saving you even more. Don't delay. Come in today for the winter clearance event at Jubilar Chevrolet Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
All right, so the Cats side out after the timeout. Both teams with 3 left here. 5:03 on the clock right now. Chantel's able to get it across, and there's Mainers. The thing is, though, with our lack of size against this team, really our only post player is Mainers, you know?
Yeah.
He goes up. Nice job there.
And that's what happens is Wright switches all the time. Every pass or, dribble handoff, they're switching. Well, that's exactly what happened there. They got a mismatch with Mainers inside.
Mm-hmm. The Cats were able to take advantage and get the bucket there, so they lead by 13 now. The freshman Deese messing around with the ball and loses it. Boy behind the back. Tax. And they're going to call the foul on the floor for the shot. So that's going to go on Bagley. I think that's his second maybe. They'll flash it up here in a second. Yep. All right, so 4:13 on the clock now. Jasper with the inbound. Got a chance to extend their 13-point lead. Mainers. Nothing but net, but not in the right way. All right, so there's Swope going to go to the hole, and Mainers knocks it away, but there's going to be a personal foul whistled on the Wildcats. So actually that's going to go on Day. It's his second. So no shots coming. And that's one of those situations where you can't really quite run your inbound play because you're a little bit off.
Right.
He's inbounding from the Z there, but they still kind of set up like they were running their play like you're inbounding from underneath. A little awkward, isn't it?
It is. It is.
So just do the easy thing and
just get it inbounds.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that's the key issue to get.
So Deese can't get that shot to go. He averages 12. He's got 5 tonight. Foy with a nice drive there. So he saw the step that he had on the defender and took advantage.
And Jasper's doing a good job of that because Reitz knows that we can shoot the ball out from the outside. First quarter example. So now they're getting out on him, and we're able to go right around him.
Deese comes down with the offensive rebound. Quick shot back up, misses everything. So Reitz struggling a little bit offensively here in this.
Yeah, they've got Tolliver out of the game, which he's getting ready to check back in. But that's a big body. He's 6'6", a senior. He's played a lot. So
right.
When he's out of the game, we did a pretty good job of taking advantage of that.
The Cats have extended to a 15-point lead right now with 3:12 on the clock, 42-27. Mainers one-on-one against Tolliver, but good job by Swope to drop down and steal that basketball. Now he's quickly going the other way, an easy bucket there. So Tim Swope's in double figures. He's got 11, and that's a quick foul there. So whistles are picking up a little bit here in this third quarter. 42-29, Jasper with a 13-point lead, basketball underneath. I don't know what kind of screen that was by Dave, but gets to the lane, has to give it up. Mainers now.
That's a good no shot.
Day stop and pop there, but long on the shot, but gets his own board. Feed out, Foy, and misses badly there. So 3-point shots that were falling easily for the Cats, not quite now. Cats hit 2 early ones in the second quarter, but have yet to hit one since. Swope kind of gets to his spot, and he's having a ball game, Jason.
Yeah, he is. He's, their third leading scorer, and
right there, Foy looked like he had a good angle for a stop and pop there, but gave it up to Mainers, and he was well defended. So now you got Reitz have a chance to cut it to single digits, but there's another one, nothing but net on the bad end. Ooh. So Reitz can't take advantage. Mainers tries a little one-on-one action going to the hole right there. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Jasper with an 11-point lead, 42-31 with 1:40 to go here in the third.
Jasper's done a good job of coming back after Reitz makes a little mini run at him. They get it down to 11, 12, and Reitz can't quite get over the hump and get it under 10.
Right.
And that's to Jasper's credit. They haven't allowed Reitz to do that. And, obviously that's a big key here in the third quarter is to go into the fourth quarter with a double-digit lead.
Yeah. The only thing I'd like to see Jasper is just show a little bit more patience on offense, though.
Oh, I
think we've taken some bad shots, too.
I totally agree. I mean, you've got a 13-point lead. There's no reason to force shots.
Mm-hmm. All right, so a 13-point lead with 44-31 is our score. Minute and a half to go. Holman with it. Lamont is checked into the ball game. Tolliver's going to attack. Awkward shot, but it goes in.
See, and here's where Jasper's got to be careful because they've got Mainers out of the game, so we can't allow Reitz to get inside shots like that.
Well, we just have no size to compete against them right now.
Right.
So 58, 57 seconds we're ticking here. Jasper still has that double-digit lead at 11. 44-33. So pass gets knocked away, and now we got a jump ball, and that's going to go to Reitz.
That's a tough pass. There's really no reason to try to thread that needle, especially as the clock's winding down. Take your time. So what if you play for the last shot?
So the Wildcats are really going to have to play some defense here to keep Reitz off the board. They've not quite been able to get it under double digits much since Jasper has started to build this lead early on in the ball game.
I mean, if Reitz was smart, they'd get Tolliver and Deese inside because they've got a huge size advantage in there now.
And instead, Deese has got it at the top of the key, and Deese now at the wing. It was Tolliver who was at the top of the key, and now Deese kind of with an ill-advised three-point shot. Why would you take that when you got, work it down to a final shot?
Yeah.
There's a bump, no call, and the errant shot does not go. So, all right, well, Jasper still has that double-digit lead. We're up by 11 as we go to the fourth here on 18 WJTS.
101 Country, WBDC, your morning brain teaser.
Here's Dolly Parton now on Lunch with the Legends on 101 Country.
All right, leading things off on a Good Time Gold Saturday morning.
Beezer, good morning.
Good morning, Ty.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Be sure to join me from 3 to 6 for Afternoons with Amanda.
We are 101 Country, WBDC.
All right, so the Cats will start the fourth with the basketball. And it looks like Cats mostly have their starters with the exception of Ernie out there.
Yeah.
Mainers gets nice position, but then it gets knocked away. If he'd have just gone up on the left side, it's an easy layup. Tolliver's going to shoot from three, and he drops that one down. He tried to get the call on the foul too, but regardless, now you got the Panthers within 8.
Yep, here's where you got to be careful. Jasper needs to be patient, take care of the basketball. No need to panic, no need to get in a hurry.
All right, so now they can set up their offense here. Mainers is really battling down low with number 3, Holman. Now he gets to the lane, and a shot up and in.
I'm surprised that Reitz doesn't try to double team him when he catches the ball on the low post like that, but luckily they don't.
So it gets Jasper back to a 10-point lead. Mainers with 18 tonight. Holman. Swope's looking for that battle down low, and actually going to call Mainers for a hold. So am I seeing that right as far as the score? I don't think they reset the fouls. They got it at 5 and 4 right
yeah,
now.
That's not right.
Yeah. Well, Tolliver gets an easy lob, but can't get it to go, but he does.
I think that might be in Mainers again. Nope.
Yeah, they actually call that one on Foy. So that's his second foul. They're showing both teams with 5 fouls right now. That's definitely not the case. Both have 1. All right, so Tolliver's starting to pick things up offensively. He's now got 15 points in the ball game. And this is that second. 2 for 4 tonight. 9-point lead for Jasper. Again, 3-point shots have not been there since early in the second quarter when they built that 20-plus point lead. Tolliver. It's just a battle right there between he and Mainers can't get that one to drop.
We don't need that. We need to be patient. I mean, I know what Jalen's trying to do, but let the offense get you that shot.
3-point shot doesn't go for Holman, and Day comes down with it. Now he's attacking. Good feed over to Butel, but I think he got bailed out.
We got lucky there. We got lucky because I didn't see a foul there. The guy was just kind of running by.
I was kind of agreeing with Swope.
Yeah. Yeah.
His reaction there, but regardless, Jasper's to the free throw line. Really, because I mean, Butel was way too deep under the basket.
Yeah, there was no way he was going to get a shot off.
All right, so free throws are going to come into play here tonight.
Now they got the fouls corrected.
Hits that one there. Yep. So 2 on Reitz, 1 on Jasper. Looking good there is Max Butel for 5 points on the night. Plenty of time left. Jasper up by 11. See if Jasper can kind of get on a run to change things. Good start there defensively to knock that away by Day. That's going to be an easy foul there. And that one I agree with the official.
Yeah. I thought on the defensive end we might have got by with a foul when Swope went up for that shot. But
all right, so we're even at 2 on the fouls right now. Got to get the 5 to get to the line. Mainers quickly down to the post, but instead he gives it back up to Foy. Now a loose handle of the basketball has Holman going the other way, and he puts it up and in. Darius Holman with his first 2 points of the ball game. Now it's back to single digits. Very easy for Foy for a bucket. So somebody missed their defensive assignment there or got picked off. I didn't quite see what happened.
They tried switching, and the one guy didn't switch.
Swope misses everything there. But Bagley came down with it. Jasper back to 11-point lead. That's going to be a real easy one for Tolliver. So his offense has really picked up here. Mainers with an easy one, and Holman's going to draw the foul.
And again, Jasper's doing what we just talked about. They're weathering the storm, and they're keeping the distance at 10, 11 points.
Right.
And so far, that's what you got to be able to do. You got to maintain that.
Mainers long on that free throw. First missed free throw for the Wildcats tonight. They're 4 of 5. So we're still at 11. Mainers has hit the 20-point mark, though, and Bagley doesn't hit that 3, and that's kind of a quick shot and probably not what they were looking for in their offense there. So Jasper gets the rebound. Another foul committed, and fouls are starting to pick up. So from here on out, Jasper's going to be at the line.
It might be a long fourth quarter.
Right. So Holman picks up his second there. 52-41 with 4:27 to go here in the fourth. Jasper with an 11-point lead. They've led most of this basketball game. Day can't get that three-pointer to go, so the three-point shot still not there for the Wildcats here in the second half.
Ernie had a 2-on-1 there and didn't penetrate at that defensive guy. He'd have got Mainers a layup if he would have.
That leaves wide open over here in the corner. Does not go for Jennings, but Tolliver has it and gets the ball knocked away, and Butel comes up with the loose one. Now he kind of backs up there. Allows Reitz to kind of set up their defense, but a good job by Day to get to an open spot. 11-point lead for the Cats, now with 3:37 to go. I'm not going to say you're going to go into a delay right now, but at least try a little more control on every possession, right?
Yep, exactly. Run your offense. If it takes 5, 6 That's just not a good pass.
No, it's not a necessary pass, really. So Bagley drives, can't get the shot. Now Tolliver gets the rebound. He can't get it to go, and it's going to go off Mainers. He knocked it out of bounds. But, yeah, just right there in that situation, it's like, get your weave going or whatever you're doing. It's called ball control right there, and you really don't have to aggressively go after baskets right now.
No, you don't have to make ill-advised passes. If you've got somebody wide open and you got an easy pass, then you make it. But you don't try to thread the needle on things like that at this point in the game.
Right. Yeah, you got your lead, and all the advantages with you, especially with the ball in your hands. But now right there, now Deese comes in, and he gets a quick bucket. So now we're back to the single-digit situation, and Reitz is fired up with the press, but good job by Butel to break it. 52-43, and John Gable's now going to call that timeout to get this straightened out. So, all right, crunch time right now. 2:45 to go here. Jasper with the 9-point lead here on 18 WJTS.
103.3 The Fix is Southern Indiana's go-to radio station for must-have music hits.
I love your music!
From the All-American Rejects to Lizzo, we've got you covered.
Dude, I listen all the time.
Did we mention we also have local news, sports, and Pacers basketball?
Wow.
Your music fix, your sports fix, your fix for it all.
Oh my God, I won!
Tune in to 103.3 and get your fix today.
Today's must-have music all day.
All right, Jason, we're right here at crunch time, and it pretty well is smart, intelligent basketball is going to win this one, right?
There's no doubt. Jasper's got to be smart with what they do. I mean, that worked, but again, I don't. That was probably a setup out of bounds play, but it was, to me, it looked like it was kind of a forced shot. Went in, so it made me look bad, but
I was thinking the same thing, but still. All right, but Wildcats up by 11 right now. So 2:26. Still plenty of time if Reitz can get hot right now. And, oh, wow. Surprised Tolliver didn't take that. He was left all alone. Mainers was kind of baiting him here. Swope's going to get to the lane, and they're going to call for travel. It looked like a little delay right there, so the official saw it and called it.
Now they just need to run some clock. See, you don't need to force that issue. And again,
Woo, nice job there by Day, though. Got that shot up and in, but so now the Cats with a 13-point lead. Now quick shot by Reitz. Deese is in the corner. Double team on Tolliver. And that's going to be a reach right there on Ernie. All right, so the Wildcats after the timeout had a couple buckets here to extend this lead. No, I think they're getting the foul correctly. Yeah, it was called actually on Ernie instead of number 5, Day. So first foul on Ernie. There's a quick inbound right there and an easy bucket for Jennings. First 2 points for the starter. So Cat's got to break his pressure. Now it's a triple team, and that's got to be a foul on Swope.
Yeah, he kind of. Who was that? Foy.
Foy, yeah.
Foy kind of stopped, and Swope was trying to get after the ball, and they kind of collided. When he stopped, it wasn't vicious or anything. It looked worse than it really was.
Yeah, I think he hit heads.
Yeah.
So that's actually 5 on Swope, so that is a big loss because whenever you're trying to make a run, I mean, obviously Jasper with the 11-point lead with a minute and a half to go, it's going to be tough, but still you want your playmaker and your primary point guard out there on the floor to make some sort of run. And Foy misses the free throw. Foy's had a nice offensive night tonight with 15 points. So the sophomore doing the job. And misses 2 free throws would have been helpful.
In a game like this, that's probably not going to hurt. But, in a 2 4-point game, those are crucial points that you've got to have.
That's missing everything on that shot is Holman.
Slow down.
Minute 16. Nobody needs to score here.
No.
And actually, Reitz is backing off, so, hey.
Yeah.
They're going to come after us.
They're just going to let them run the clock out.
Oh, we lucked out, though.
Yeah, we did.
So Foy kind of threw a bullet right there.
But no reason to.
Yeah.
You know, the guy's wide open, but he's in the paint. What's he going to do if he catches it there?
And we don't need points anymore, actually.
No. Reitz is going to clear their bench.
Yep. Calling off the dogs right now. So Austin Brooks has had enough of what he's seen tonight, and so he's going to the bench. And see if John Gable decides to. I think he's probably going to at least want to get one more bucket in if we can, or if not, just hold the basketball here. So obviously with the newcomers in, they're going to be aggressive going after it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if they know how to play defense aggressively.
Sherman was going after it, but now everybody else kind of backing off. Holman, he's seen some playing time tonight, so you tell they're just going to let him dribble out. 35 seconds, so.
I mean, Reitz only dresses 10 guys, so, a lot of their guys have played in the game.
Coach Gable was going to go to the bench, but decided to bring them back because it looks like Reitz is just going to back off.
They're not going to get in anyways. So. That's where if you're a good senior, you just throw the ball out of bounds so that those guys get in.
Yeah.
If you like your teammates.
Yeah, they all saw some action tonight.
Yeah.
So. All right, so Jasper's able to pretty well dribble out the last minute or so, and they are going to go home from Evansville Reitz High School with a 56-45 win. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, Jasper always kind of kept them at bay. They got down to about 9 points, but that's about as close as they got.
Well, obviously, looking at the scoring per quarter, Reitz outscored us in the second quarter. They out by 1. Reitz outscored us in the third quarter by 1, and we tied in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So obviously the first quarter was the ball game, so to speak. Jasper was fortunate, got out to that 24-11 lead after the first quarter due to the shooting.
Yeah, we shot the lights out.
We shot the lights out to start the game.
It was all starters, too. Every starter scored there.
Yeah, and, that translated into that 13-point lead after the first quarter, and we were fortunate enough to be able to hang on to that. Even though we got outscored in the last 3 quarters.
Yeah.
But to Jasper's credit, they did a good job of being able to maintain that lead.
Yeah.
We talked about that throughout the course of the night. When you get out to a big lead like that, you got to be able to maintain it.
Yeah.
Teams are going to go on a run. You have to weather that storm. Maybe they cut in just like they did. I mean, they cut in 1 point at the second quarter, 1 point at the third quarter, but that's 1 point.
Right.
They had 13 to make up after the first quarter.
Yeah.
And that was what the big difference was.
Right.
That we got out to that big lead and were able to maintain it then. And, to win ball games like this, that's what you have to do. Was it a bad game? No. I mean, we played well, and we played well in all 4 quarters.
Right.
I mean, I had us unofficially for 11 turnovers, which isn't awful.
Right.
Obviously you're not going to shoot the ball the way you did in the first quarter for all 4 quarters.
Right.
And I thought we adapted to not shooting the ball as well after the first quarter. We came out, we kind of shot it a little bit there in the second quarter, kind of realized, hey, we're not hitting like we were. So we went to different options.
Right.
We went inside to Jalen a little bit more, and I talked about it earlier. We shot faked from the outside because now all of a sudden they're thinking, oh, well, they're shooting the lights out. So we'd shot fake and we'd dribble around and we'd penetrate and get a layup out of it.
Right.
I forget who did it, Foy or Day. One of them did that. Did it really well. And that's what you have to be able to do. You have to, in basketball, you have to take what the defense gives you.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to give you that outside shot and you can hit it, shoot it. If they're going to get up on you, shot fake, so they think you're going to, they go up, you go right around them.
Yeah.
And so basically what they're giving you is they're giving you the drive.
Right.
And we were able to take advantage of that tonight.
Right. Well, and I think as far as the Wildcats, because, coming into this ball game, I mentioned that, if we keep them under 50 points, we got a good chance of winning the ball game. So defensively, holding them to 45 points, you got to be happy with the overall effort.
Oh, there's no doubt. And like I've said long time, as long as I've been announcing, Evansville teams notoriously, I'm going back to the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
They don't like teams that play good, hard-nosed, aggressive defense.
Yeah.
They don't play against them very often.
Right.
They don't like them. And it's really become evident when Jasper got in the SIAC. Because now we play those schools with a little more meaning than what when we were in school. We played most of these schools,
right?
But it wasn't a conference game.
They weren't conference games. No.
So they're not used to seeing that type of defense.
Right.
So, that helps. That helps us a lot.
No doubt about it. All right, well, we're going to kind of switch headsets over here, and we'll have Coach Andy Nobley join us to talk about this win over the Reitz Panthers.
What text?
The text that went out asking where we were sleeping. I didn't see it.
Oh. It's always the quick transition here. Woo. How you doing, Andy?
That was a long way up.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. All right, so Jasper comes down here to Reitz on a Tuesday night and comes away with an 11-point lead. Looked like it was going to be a laugher there for a while, but we knew better than that.
Well, we
you're
shot
up by
it really
20
well in the
plus.
first quarter, and our statisticians were patting me on the back like, you're going to like to see what that first quarter shooting percentage was. So, our guys were ready to go tonight. That was really good, and I thought our defense kind of sparked our offense.
Yeah,
they were having a hard time scoring, and so we took advantage of that because when they're not scoring, they don't have a lot of energy, and then that changed in the second quarter.
Yeah, it definitely did. And that's the thing when you look at the basketball game like tonight, it's like defense is going to win on the road most of the time, right?
Yeah, and I think having veteran guys who understand that that's the case helps us a lot. Max Butel does a great job of controlling the other team's point guard. I think that's a big key to getting us off to a good start, making sure that they can't get into plays while we're getting into them.
Right.
He's got 3 years of experience of dealing with that, and I think that's something that really goes a long way.
Right. Now, Jalen Mainers, he offensively 22 points tonight, but he was really battling against Preston Tolliver all night, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was a good matchup and fun one to watch. I thought he maybe got the better of him tonight, and hopefully we can continue to find him in the post and then also be able to run some things at the perimeter where it's tough guard for the other team.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing when you looked at the start of this ball game and you're like, wow, look at Wright's size versus Jasper's and all that, because again, Mainers was our only big guy, and so he's really our main option in the post there offensively. But how do you think everybody else handled things?
Well, I think the big part of being able to get on that early start was also Riley Foy. He had a ton of rebounds in the first quarter. Took some pressure off of Jalen as Jalen's trying to block off a guy that's 6'5", 6'6". Riley was coming in, and his ability to jump and also to time his jumps well led to some fast break points for him, and also for the whole team, finding Logan in transition. And the same thing late. I thought he did a good job of stepping up whenever we were having trouble rebounding and they were getting extra shots. Riley really did a good job of leaving his man and being able to come in and get some of those rebounds that Jalen was busy trying to deal with 6'5", 6'6".
Right. And that's the thing, too. I mean, when you think about Jasper, again, we've been in the Southern Indiana, I call it SIAC, because it's too hard to say Southern Indiana.
Yes.
But, again, talk about how important the conference really is to us.
Yeah, I think we like the conference that we're in from a basketball standpoint. I think it really teaches teaches us some lessons about how to deal with pressure, because we see a lot of pressure down here, and being able to handle that pressure, especially early, with the guards that we've had play for us for a couple of years, is a big advantage.
Yeah.
I see that at the younger levels too. The more that we come down here to play, the more pressure that we see early in their careers, they tend to handle it a little bit better.
Right.
You don't see us turning the ball over as often as maybe we did in the past. So it's one big compliment for the SIAC is that, you know, these games are played at a little bit faster speed, and I think our guys adjust to that pretty well.
Right. Well, the Wildcats now 3-1 in the conference, so standing in pretty good position right now. And another conference game coming against Vincennes. It's the final time they're a conference foe. I'm sure we'll continue to play them in basketball as we go along. But yeah, talk about the big Vincennes game coming up.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting game. You know, they play a lot like us. They're strong and they're physical, and they do like to defend. So that'll be a little bit different than maybe we've played in the last few games. We're going to have to be tough, and I can't imagine they want to play it in more than the 40s. So we're going to have to be disciplined to make sure we take good shots. Thought tonight we did that very well, and that needs to continue because we can get great shots. We have guys that can hit tough shots, but we also we're pretty good at the great shots too whenever we're open. So if we can continue to share the basketball like we've been doing, and also you know, understand that Vincennes is going to want to play a different style probably than what we've seen lately, and if we can get to that point, you know, I think we can have some success.
All right, well, we got a few days to work on things to
Absolutely.
get there. All right, well, bus is running, so we need to get you going. All right, thanks a lot, Andy.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. All right, so the Jasper Wildcats with their 6th win of the season, improved to 6-3 on the night, and Reitz drops to 5-4. So the Cats were led 3 players in double figures with Jalen Maynard's 22, 15 points for Riley Foy and Logan Day with 10. And the Panthers were led by Preston Tolliver's 18 and Tim Swope's 13. So Jasper 56, Reitz 45. For Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos on the video, my name's Craig Schneider. Wildcats win it here on 18 WJTS. Good night.
The preceding was a special presentation of 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, Ubelor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company. Thank you for watching.